Hello and welcome back to Trades and Trends. I'm your host Kyle. Today's date is September 10th, 2024. It is a nice Tuesday, just the calm before the storm. Apple has come out with their new iPhone, the iPhone 16. It's missing quite a bit of the expected AI hype though. Apple says they will be continuing to release new AI features as they become available as time goes on. Of course, by upgrading to the iPhone 16 Pro Max, you can access all the latest bells and whistles, a 48 megapixel rear camera, a 48 megapixel super wide lens camera, high-end A18 processor, up to 33 hours of video playback, which is pretty impressive. Supposedly, Apple has made some improvements to their battery technology without revealing too many details yet about how they did that. Now, the phone does offer some new AI features out of the box, but nothing particularly groundbreaking. A topic I have seen online, though, is will this potentially increase revenue and exposure to the AI space and AI companies? And I'm fairly certain, if I'm not mistaken here, that Apple is planning to offload some of the AI queries through Siri and through their web browsing and whatever apps might be utilizing it to ChatGPT. So there could be some potential increased revenue, maybe not just by ChatGPT. I don't know what their partnership is there. I don't know exactly how that works. I don't know if you have to have an account with ChatGPT to be able to process some of these requests, but an interesting notion. And so one of the big expectations was that Siri was going to have a significant upgrade, and I think that is still coming down the pipeline, but we're not seeing that immediately at release. Personally, I just hope that they don't spin this into like another year-long thing, and then, well, if you want the upgraded Siri or AI Siri, then now you have to purchase the latest and greatest iPhone again, which is just ridiculous. Banks have been sliding today as reports are coming out that consumers are starting to borrow less and that the risk and rise of payment delinquencies is becoming a little bit more painful to certain lenders. They all had a pretty rough day today, but especially Ally Bank closing the day down 17.6%. What I find to be a little bit odd though is that Wells Fargo, Ally, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, just to name a few, none of these banks had earnings today, but they're all coming out with data and news at the same time on the same day regarding consumer slowdown and a tightening of spending. Not to suggest anything, just that all of them coming out with similar types of data and suggesting that the consumer is having more of an impact on them than they have had for the beginning part of the year. It almost just feels a little bit coordinated. So that's all I have to say about that. Obviously no proof or anything to back that up. That's just my own opinion on that. Otherwise, upcoming here very soon, tomorrow morning actually, we have inflation numbers set to come out bright and early at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Year-over-year inflation is forecasted to be at 2.6%, down from 2.9% previously, though some participants are even hoping for lower than that, expecting possibly a 2.5% reading, which would be a nice jump down towards that 2% goal, of course. Now, on a core reading inflation, previously that read at 3.2%, and it's forecasted to stay right at the 3.2%. In short, though, if these numbers do end up being confirmed, then that will be a representation of food and gas coming down slightly, but other metrics of inflation remaining more or less the same. It would be nice to see food and gas continue to come down, though. That seems to be one of the most talked about metrics kind of throughout the internet, is that food is too expensive and it's just costing too much to get to work and to even try to vacation and just commuting around. And with that, then you have the car market. For the longest time here over the last couple of years, car prices have been inflated, so it's really difficult to get into that kind of a high gas mileage type vehicle while gas prices are already high. Of course, if you're not already aware, Trump and Harris are battling it out this evening in their first and possibly only debate with each other. I will be looking forward to any hints regarding taxes or policies relating to taxes, capital gains, their takes on inflation, really anything related to the economy. Exciting times ahead. Elections, debates, interest rate changes are coming up very soon here in the next week and a half or so. If you enjoy my quick news bites, please consider a like and subscribe. I will see you all again very soon with more of the latest trades and trends.